Dr. Michael Wetter is a behavioral health expert, and his book is called Earn It: What to Do When Your Kid Needs an Entitlement Intervention. And Dr. Wetter is here now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a clinical psychologist. I have a private practice here in Los Angeles. I love working with families. I started initially working with children, then I realized working with children, the key is you got to work with the parents. So now I get involved with the whole system.
And you are a parent yourself?
I am a parent. My wife Josephina and I are a parent to a lovely, wonderful daughter named Leah, and she's 8 years old, and she lives with us right here in Los Angeles.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we want to talk about the book. Now, you say trying to make our kids happy with big parties, vacations, and gifts actually sends the wrong message. Explain that.
Well, look, we've all been there, myself included, okay? That we want our children to be happy, and we want that smile on their face. And so the bigger the smile usually corresponds with the bigger the event. And I think that what we sort of lose in that process is that's what they start to become conditioned to. If it's not bigger and if it's not better, it's kind of like Dudley from Harry Potter, you know? Last year it was 26 presents, this year it better be 27.
Yes.
So what we want to really do is ground them with this notion of being able not just to appreciate what they have, but to really express that kind of gratitude for what they have, rather than focusing on how many presents they have or how big the party is. Isn't it wonderful that we get to celebrate? Isn't it wonderful that we live where we live? Isn't it wonderful that we have this time together? Those kind of things make a larger impact and down the line result in a more grateful individual.
Okay, now sometimes kids expect parents to drop everything when they need them. Do we really want to do that? Because I know I'm guilty of that.
No, and I'm guilty of it too. And it's like, oh, hold on, let me put down the phone and get to your needs at this moment in time. And I think it's important to establish boundaries. I think it's really important for us to be able to say, I'll get to you in a moment, please wait. When I'm finished with this phone call, or I'm finished making dinner, or I'm finished doing my work, then I'll get to your needs. And teaching them that sort of delayed gratification just a little bit goes a long way.
Okay, and what do you mean when you say we need to, in order to teach our kids about success, we first need to teach them how to fail?
Well, this is a big one, okay? And I think that sometimes parents ourselves, we're afraid to have our children make mistakes, fail. Their homework has to be perfect. You have to get 100% on every test. And the real, the real issue here is success is built upon failed experiences. If you learn how to fail effectively, if our children learn how to fail effectively, it doesn't mean giving up. It means persevering, building resilience. What did I do wrong in this particular circumstance that can inform me to do better in the next time? And that's why it's so important to be able to teach our children to learn to fail effectively.
Okay, now in these contentious political times, a lot of adults are arguing, but how do we teach our kids to disagree in the proper way?
Big one. Okay, this is a big one. And I think it's learning, it's modeling as parents, whether you know you cohabitate with your spouse or even with other family members, how to effectively disagree with one another. Not shouting, not shutting down, but being able to dialogue. And even when you're with your child, when at that you may disagree with your child, no matter if they're 7 or 17. Provide the modeling to explain why you think the way you do, and then take the time to listen to their side of it. That's the way we model effective communication and learning how to disagree.
Okay, and lastly, before we let you go, if kids aren't performing well in school, how can we really talk to them without being angry or showing disappointment?
Well, I think the key really here is what's going on with them. Asking them, how are you doing? I know you're struggling with school. It shows it right here on the grades or in the tests. What can we do to help you? What's going on? We really want to support you. We want to help you in your endeavors. This isn't about being angry. This is about being supportive.
Yeah, because there's so much pressure that they have to deal with from an early age now.
Oh, at 2.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
At 2. It starts at 2. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Again, the book is called Earn It: What to Do When Your Kid Needs an Entitlement Intervention. And to learn more about Dr. Wetter, we have a link to his website on our website, KCAL9.com. Just click Seen on TV.